Welcome back, everybody, or welcome if you're new. Today we're in the dirt street stocks here at Knoxville. We were third fastest in practice. This is the fastest I've ran so far. Before this I ran a 240. So track came in super clean.
Got copies?
Track came in super clean. People were trying to talk to each other during qualifying. A lot of fast guys here. I feel like I've raced Ty and Joey a lot lately, who's the number 1 and number 2 car again. And I think the number 6 is the guy that won the last dirt street stock race I was in, the one that was like a complete mess with all the cautions and somehow I ended up a lap down from a black flag. That was just a mess of a race, but a lot of good guys in this race. Should be interesting. Gotta try to stay right along this edge. Wow, that was actually smooth as hell. I think that's the best I've done that so far. And qualifying is definitely the time to do that. Did not go in correctly there in 3 and 4, so that kind of sucks. I had such a good 1 and 2. I think I messed it up in 3 and 4, but we'll see what kind of time we get. Ran a 279, yeah, it wasn't as good as I was hoping for. And this second lap won't be as good because we don't have the run going into the corners. You really want to like drive it in deep if you get in the right way. You go in low, drive it in deep, let off a little bit, stay right along the bottom, and try to keep the car straight. Basically the fast. Oh, I got a 248 on the second lap. Did not expect to get faster the second lap, to be honest. And yep, the 6 car up there in first now. He was the one that won that race at Limeland, I believe. I remember the name, so. So far, we are, what, 5th? Yeah, 6th. Okay, I'm falling down the list real quick, but got a heat race coming up, so I'll pick it up and we're getting ready to go green for that. Alright, well, we qualified 6th, so that puts us 3rd in the second heat. A lot of fast guys here, and I'm surprised our second lap was actually faster. He barely out-edged us, that kind of sucks, but I think he'll be okay being on the outside in the feature. Because this track's going to get more worn out. How many people are in this race? 15, 16? I don't think we're going to have a consolation. I think 16 make it into the feature, I want to say, so be interesting to see what happens there. But we will watch this heat race. About said featured. Watch the heat race. Nice lap up front, Ty. He's real fast. A lot of fast guys here. It's probably a good strength of field overall. I'm interested to see what the strength of field is after this race. But hopefully everyone stays pretty clean. I think we could go a whole feature in this one without a caution, unlike the Lima Land. This track's just so wide, you can get away from each other a lot easier. Even though the fastest lane around is the bottom until it gets worn out, then you slowly move up the track. That's why I love Knoxville. Knoxville is just a fun, flat track, basically. There's like hardly any banking in it, and you just have to go with the lines, and it makes for some good racing once it gets really worn out. Because you can see how much everybody's running the bottom. This track started out completely clean with nothing on it, so you can see how much we've worn it in already. But I feel like I've raced Ty and Joey so much lately in like just multiple series. I think Ty, I've ran him most in the street stocks here. But hopefully they can have a pretty good heat race here. 2's giving him a bump. They race each other a lot, I'm assuming, as well. Just because of our I ratings, we're going to end up in the same split if we register at the same time. Which I have no clue when anybody's ever registering. I just go whenever I have time. And some people might follow me around, but that's fine. I like racing with a lot of guys I race with, so if they follow me around and want to race me, go ahead. I like racing with y'all. Because I usually have pretty good races up front with Ty, Joey, and Michael, the guy that is in the 6 car. I think he's in my heat. His car should be pulling off here. Ty's probably going to get a huge jump, is my guess. Yeah, went pretty immediately. 13 had a really good start, though. 2 is on the inside of him. I just completely messed that all up. Go back up front. Good battle for second there. See if the 13 car can hold him off on the outside. I feel like it's going to be tough, too, because you slide up so much like that. All you have to do is let off a little bit, roll the bottom. Top's going to have a little bit of momentum, a little bit of netcode there. I heard the hitting. 13 throws it in, doesn't get into him, which is nice. Love to see that. First and second place are kind of running where that grip is, not straight on the bottom. As I say that, they go right to the bottom in 3 and 4. 13 gets into the back of the 2 just a little bit. Then he kind of falls back.
Sorry.
Almost towards the 9. I don't know who said that. See if the 9 can play any sort of factor up here for this top 3 battle. Ty is just kind of running away with it. He's running really clean up there. He's kind of running a little bit higher too. Like not quite on the bottom. He's kind of running that line of grip. Seems to be working for him right now. He's kind of going back and forth. 1 and 2, he's right on the bottom. 3 and 4, he kind of moves up to that grip. Coming off of 2, he kind of moved up. Probably just trying to keep the car straight for the most part. Still a good battle here for 2nd place. 13 gets into the back of the 2 once again. 9 car comes up, trying to get by them. They kind of pull off of 4 really well. Got away from the 9 again. 13 is right on the bumper of the 2. Like going into each of these corners.
Thanks, 15.
People are hitting in the back apparently, and I'm more interested in watching this battle for 2nd. It's making the leader gone now. Nobody's going to catch him. What lap are they on? They're on lap 5, going on to 6 here. 13 car is getting impatient. I think he drives into the corner a lot deeper than the 2 does, and that's why he keeps getting into him. If he's going to drive in deeper, he needs to try to do a different entrance, because if not, you're just going to keep running to the back of them. I wonder how many X's they have. They might have 0X because nothing's been like that hard hitting. But I'm interested to see if they would have any X's from that. Because at the very end, it only shows what you get in the feature, but all the ones you get through the practice and heat races still count towards your safety rated. I don't know how much it affects it as much as the feature race. I think practice is like half. So if you get 2, it's kind of counting as 1, and so far. And then I don't know for the heat races on how that works. I don't know if there's a different multiplier for that or not. If anybody knows, let me know in the comments, please. Because I like to know that stuff just to know it for myself. So if I get any X's, but I don't really care about my safety much because I drive real clean, so I don't get many X's. It's a good line starting to work in through these corners. Going into 3 there. 2 cars blocking. That was the last lap, that's why. Good race up front. 2 and 13 kind of got together a bunch. I don't see any incidents there, so I doubt anybody got any. But we are starting 3rd in our heat. Hopefully I can do the same thing the 2 did. Take advantage of being on the bottom to start with and maybe get in 2nd and hold it. That's what I'm hoping. Hopefully we're going to have a pretty clean race like the front did in theirs. I didn't really see what happened in the back, but I heard some people complaining, so I'm assuming there is some beating and banging back there. Should be a pretty good heat race, though. Waiting for the pace truck to take off. I like starting straight behind the leader rather than next to him a lot of the time, because you can kind of get a good start being right behind them, rather than on the outside. Because you can kind of get like right up on them when they go. It's a good line starting to form in 3 and 4 here, but it's not right on the bottom. It starts to work towards the bottom in the middle, and then it's like, it goes away pretty quickly. So I feel like we could still run the bottom there. See what it is like in 1 and 2. I don't think there was like much of a line forming in 1 and 2 yet, which I feel like 1 and 2 usually wears out quicker on the bottom. But I don't know.
Alright, man,
A lot of grip right in that middle lane, but it's just such a longer way around the track compared to the bottom. It's been worked up a good amount too. It comes down real quick off of turn 2 though. So it'll be interesting to see how people run. Hopefully get a good start here right behind the leader. Pretty much, I'm guessing he's gonna go like right when the pace truck goes off. What a lot of people do here. Some people like back way off the truck too. Just trying to give him a bump. Didn't really help me out at all. Guy in 4th place had a really good start. Because he stayed to the outside of me really well. He's actually pulling off in front of us.
All clear, all clear.
Try to work this bottom. Hopefully I can get a good run off these corners. Not when you get on the apron though.
All clear, all clear.
You gotta try to stay right up on that without getting on it. Seems like that middle lane's got a good amount of grip. You can kind of go in a little bit harder and keep the car straighter coming off, I feel like. You can keep your momentum up a lot more too, I feel like, unless you get a really good run off the bottom. But we fell back one spot, but that's okay. It's not the worst thing in the world. This track allows you to be able to make some passes and stuff like that. Hopefully we can get to the outside of the 12 here. Not quite, didn't have as good of a run. Second place trying to make that bottom work. Had to let off a little bit there not to get into the 12. I had a pretty good run through the middle of that corner. Wolfer got into that apron. That might mess him up on this exit. Just not able to get to the outside of him. But I'm okay with starting on the outside for the feature. It seems like that middle lane works pretty well, so hopefully we can get a decent start and being on this outside, get by a couple guys on the start of the feature, which would be good. We're a lot closer than that first heat was. There's like all 5 of us like nose to tail. Kind of got bumped a little bit there.
All clear, all clear.
And still getting bumped because he's not trying to stay on the bottom. He's just trying to push me out the way, which happened a lot in the 358 race as well, which is quite annoying.
Clear low, clear low.
If you're going to race like that, I'm going to pinch you down and try to hit you back then.
Got one outside.
Going to do the same thing back to him.
Outside. You're clear high, clear high.
You're going to get raced how you race me.
You got one inside. All clear, all clear. Inside. Clear low, clear low.
Just getting pushed around again. The 8 car just came and slammed all of us, so that's cool.
Clear low, clear
How
low.
am I losing
You got
this
one
many
inside.
spots though? Holy shit.
On the low side.
Okay,
Clear
8 car.
low, clear low.
You'll have it coming back in the feature. Don't worry. Gee, okay, and the 11's blinking and inside of me. My car got so damaged through that. Holy shit, we went to last.
Clear low, clear low.
That is awful. We'll make up some spots in this feature though. Don't worry.
It's over.
That's ridiculous though. Holy shit. Like just the last few laps, 8 car just sends it in these corners and just hits the side of us over and over. Because I was staying right on the 12 trying not to hit him. And then he just kept sliding through these corners, not trying to stay all the way to the bottom. Oh well. We'll make up some spots in this, starting dead last. This will be interesting. Starting way in the back. There are cautions in these races, which, looking with how the R heat race went and how the back half of the first heat went, doesn't look like it's going to be a very clean race in the back. So, that's interesting. But at least we're starting on the outside. Can try to make something happen out here. Hopefully. Because I was staying right with the top 3 pretty easily. And we were having a good race up front. There was really nowhere we could go unless you hit somebody out the way, and that's what started happening.
Pit road is closed.
People getting patient and don't know how to run side by side with people clean. And I know that there are people here that can, and that's people up front. Alright. Hopefully we can make up some spots here real quick, because it's going to be a long race if not. Try to make that bottom work, I guess. Because, I bet you I'm faster than some of these guys on the bottom than they are on the outside.
Alright, man, we're going green next time. Bye.
It's gonna be a mess back here. And plus, like, the 4th guy on the top is, like, 3 car lengths off the guy in front of him. Unless he's trying to get a huge start, I don't know. Don't know why he's so far back from everybody. But we did get a 2x there in that heat race. I don't think it's really going to affect us much, but
Get ready.
I don't care about my safety that much. I've got like close to 4.9 something, 4.8 something. Like I have a ton of safety to blow if needed. I'm just tired of getting hit around so much in races, so people are going to start getting it back at them. We had an awful start, but also I'm trying to stay off of the idiots in front of me. see how the beginning of this goes. 'Cause I feel like there might be some hitting early with everybody being side by side like this. Because some people don't know how to do that. Everything's getting bundled up back here.
All clear, all clear.
I'm up here too.
I'm down here, 11. Jesus Christ. I know that wasn't the guy that was saying anything, but it was just like funny timing. It's so hard to see the lanes when you're this far back in traffic.
Clear low, clear low.
There's so much dust. Ten cars hitting the guy in front of him.
All clear, all clear.
10 car and that car still hitting each other.
Still there? What's the line? All clear, all clear.
10 car pulled up in front of the 11, which I was surprised with. I thought they were going to hit.
We got about 3 wide.
Pretty much
All
4
clear,
wide.
clear all around. All clear, all
We
clear.
were pretty much 4 wide there. There's definitely still a little bit of grip down here, but there's not much, to be fair.
We got one outside.
And being stuck on the bottom is not the best spot.
3 wide.
Yeah, I know.
You're all clear, clear all around.
No, we're not. Spotter, you're drunk. Go home.
We got one outside.
God, this is a struggle to pass people in these cars. These cars in the limiteds, oh, they're all wrecking. Alright, we didn't get in that, at least. There's no caution for that? Really? There's a car backwards on the track. At least it's the 8 car.
That's where.
Holy shit. How is there no caution for that,
How
though?
is there no caution?
That's what I'm saying. I came to about a dead halt. There was a car backwards. We gained a couple spots, but that's not the way we wanted to do it, because there should have been a caution for that. Holy shit, though. I'm surprised we stayed out of it.
You're clear high, clear high.
Thought I was going to throw a slider there. Did not have enough speed for that, for sure. We're not high enough up the track to really be able to throw good sliders yet. I just feel so slow all of a sudden. Like, I don't understand. Like, since the end of that, back half of that heat race, I just feel like awkwardly slow. 'Cause I felt like pretty good in practice and the qualifying, and then the beginning of the heat race, and then all of a sudden everything just fell off a cliff.
Great job, driver.
Great job, driver. What do you mean? My spotter is definitely drunk. I'm just so confused on how there was no caution for that. Hey, we gained another spot. Somebody went to the pits. Try to get by this 15. He's running some odd lanes. But I feel the slide's a bit quicker than him. I just can't get by him on the bottom at all.
Clear, all clear.
And there's not enough room to throw a slider by any means. He gets a good runs off the higher side too, compared to the bottom, which sucks. Like, I need him to go super high or something, or smack the wall to actually, like, or me to get to the outside of him. He needs to, like, go low. These cars are very tough to pass in. These and the limited. The 358s, you still have a good amount of play with them, I feel like.
Come on, dude.
I don't think, he's definitely not talking about me. I thought he said 3, but I'm nowhere near the front. I know the 7 car was starting towards the front.
Sorry, something, man. I got hit by that police car.
They're really close up front. If we could, like, get caught back up, that'd be great. And these cars do restart single file, so we're towards the end of the longest line. Don't really want a caution at some capacity, because the 8 car is a freaking bowling ball that's behind us, and he would be behind us. And you never know, well actually, I probably do know what's going to happen with that because of the heat race. So I'm not looking forward to if there is a caution. because he seems like one of the most impatient people in this race. There's the 15 car going low. They're gonna kind of hit, throw the 14 up. I can get by him.
Got one outside. You're clear high, clear high.
Like everybody back here just throws it in and hits a guy out of the way, it seems like. That's the way everybody passes in the back, apparently. Dang, I went too hard into that corner. Did not turn early enough. Got a decent run off the corner, but I don't want to be on the bottom is the problem.
Go there, hold your line. All clear, all clear.
And he literally runs just outside of this slick, so I can't like go higher. Like I know where he's running.
You got one outside. Stay low, there's a car on the high side. You're clear high, clear high. 10 to go.
Trying to get like the little amount of grip that's down here. Had a really good entrance into that corner. Just wasn't able to make the spot.
All clear, all clear.
I went too hard into that. I need to go a lot softer into that corner to
All clear, all
keep
clear.
up my momentum down there.
Stay low. You're clear high, clear high.
Kind of like that, but 14 cars just throwing it in behind us too, so that's kind of terrifying for the 15 and I.
You got one outside.
Yeah, I got two sideways off that corner. God, this race was a struggle though. Made up some spots, but not really the way I wanted to. I thought we were going to be able to, and we're getting hit from back here because the 14's an idiot. Is that going to be a caution? Yeah, it is. Good job, 14.
Single file. Pit road is closed.
Because I knew that was going to happen sooner or later. I'm surprised he didn't get into us harder and turn me around.
If it wasn't for slide jobs, half you guys would be fucked.
Or just hitting everybody, because I don't think people know how to throw slide jobs back here at least.
That was my bad, too. I didn't mean to get it that hot.
Yeah, you're all good. I saw it coming though. I literally saw it coming when I was running the bottom. But restarting single file. The 8's behind us, so that's not great for me, I feel like, just because that guy just throws it in like the 14 just did, but he just stays in the gas. But us restarting single file way back here is going to be interesting. We got about 7 laps to go. Try to make up something if we can, but I don't know if we were going to be able to, really. These cars, it's just so tough to pass in. The 8 car's already got a huge dent in his front right, as you can see. I'm not surprised by that by any means. I'm just surprised I missed that first wreck. I don't know how there wasn't a caution for it. I want to go back and see what the hell happened there, because I want to see who kind of caused that and everything. And I don't know how I... 1, missed it, and 2, there wasn't a caution, because there was a guy literally faced the wrong way with the rest of us coming and going by him. Poor farm racing. I didn't notice that on the back of his car until now. That's kind of funny. Who's up front? Ty up front still? Yeah, he is. He's been so fast here, so good for him, and he's had the lead, so he's had control of the restart. It's hard to pass in these. Joey's in second as well. He was really quick in his heat. I wish this guy would kind of catch up to the field.
Get ready.
It's hard to see the very front of the field being this far back. Dang, he's so far off the pace truck. He's going to have a really big start. This 15 needs to get up there. I can't see the front of the field at all where I'm at. It sucks.
All right, man.
8 cars already hitting us. That's great.
Green flag, green flag.
Can't pass the 15, but I can definitely get on the inside of him. Thought I was going to have a better runoff, but kind of hit the apron.
Stay low. You're clear high, clear high.
That's how I need to get into that corner. And stay right on the bottom like that. That was really nice until I got off the corner. A little too sideways. Oh, that guy just lost it down there.
Inside. Clear low, clear low.
That guy lost it on the bottom. Front guys were running right up on that wall and kind of getting a good run off the corner lower.
5 laps to go.
Try to do that and not smack the wall. Maybe get to the outside of the 9 here. Nope, got a little too sideways. I just know the way to get by somebody is either going to be on the outside or throwing a really bad slide job. And I don't like throwing bad slide jobs. And I try not to get into the back of somebody to spin them out. Like that. Thanks, 8.
You got one inside.
Once again.
Clear low. Inside.
Jesus Christ, dude.
All clear, all clear.
He's going to go and hit this 15 in front of us. Yep. And the 9. Holy shit, 8. We missed that. Jesus Christ, 8 car. I saw that coming from a mile away.
Pit road is now open.
Jesus. He's the biggest bowling ball in this race, for sure. And there's only going to be like a 3-lap shootout, so that's not great either. I need to get away from the 8 and the 15 behind me because the 15 is probably not happy with the 8, and I wouldn't be if I was the 9 or 15 either. Because he doesn't know how to drive. Alright, with a 3-lap shootout, that's going to make it more hectic than it already has been. I think I'm up to 10th now at least, but... oh god, it's just been a struggle of a race overall. Trying not to get into everybody, just getting hit into. I was trying to hit the 8 in the heat race after he got me, and it just never works out when I try to do it. Because I don't do it often, ever. So, when I try to hit somebody, it doesn't go well for me, trust me. Unless I literally just get on their quarter panel and spin them out. That's the only way it works out for me. But hopefully, these guys need to, like, bunch up some, even though we're on 2 to go. Just rather than bunch up instead of being so spread apart. I assume Ty's gonna end up winning this. He has control of the restart. It's so tough to pass here. We are running all the way up by the wall now, so you kind of can throw a slider, but you got to be careful with it and not just throw it into somebody else like the 8 does. Because he literally hit the front of the 15, which I saw coming, and then I didn't know the 9 was that close, and he just completely spun the 9 out. Because this guy just throws it into every corner as hard as he can, with no regard of anybody else. He's like, nope, they're gonna move out my way one way or the other. Oh, I hope this 8 car gets a black flag. That would be the funniest thing in the world. Well, he definitely doesn't have room to throw it in. Yeah, I know that. And he's gonna get into the 16 there. Please, go spin this 8 car out. This 8 car is going to do something dumb again. I'm just happy. I'd rather him in front of me to hit somebody else. Oh, they're getting wrecked right there.
You're a fucking idiot.
Alright, man, caution is out. Caution is out.
Seven, that was the
We're going to have
13,
like a green-white checkered. Like, we're going to go green on the white flag.
Car by.
That makes it even worse. The 8 car got behind the 16. That's kind of funny, to be fair. That's really funny to me.
Alright, man. White flag. One more lap.
Yeah, we're going to have literally a 1-lap shootout. That's going to be a mess.
I thought you were going to go to the top, you know, the bottom, kind of right across me. I hit the brakes to not spin you out.
Yeah, I thought that car that was getting spun out was going to come all the way back up the track, and that would have really sucked because we were all the way up by the wall. We'd have nowhere to go. But luckily, he like straightened out backwards and didn't come all the way up the track. This track got tore up though, which is why I love racing these cars, because there's heat races and then sometimes there's a consolation and the feature race, which really changes the track up, and you have to be good at all aspects of it, or just get hit around. Like, this 8 car is not slow by any means. He has some speed. He just doesn't know how to use it without hitting anybody. Because I think he's hit just about every car from, like, 8th on back, is my guess. Because I don't think he's been any higher than that after the very beginning caution. Because I don't know exactly what he was up to, but I think the wreck was around there. And it took out, like, 3 of them to the back. I want to see how many X's this guy has at the end of it, too. Because, Jesus, he's got to have, like, 8 or 10 by the end of it, I'm assuming. I really wanted to, like, let off the gas a little bit, get the 8 to go by me, and maybe he would have gotten a black flag, which would have been funny, but also I didn't want to lose my speed at all and get ran over from the next guy behind, which I didn't know how close they were or anything, but yeah, we just haven't had a great race here, because I should have probably started 8th in this heat race anyways. I'm kind of moving my way back towards that, but not going to quite get there, I don't think. Who knows where we would have been if we would have started 8th. Could have been in that wreck with the 8 anyways. Had to kind of like delay the start.
Green, green, green.
We are 3 wide already. But yeah, this is the last lap.
Top 10.
Kind of not the best thing to be right along the bottom on the last lap, but you know, it is what it is.
You're on the bottom 3 wide. You got 1 outside. 2 wide there. You're clear high.
Yep, try not to come up into anybody up there. Try to have a good run off this corner, which we kind of did.
Outside. Stay low. There's a car on the high.
Don't know exactly where we finished. Oh, we finished 9th. All right, cool. That's fine with me. Oh, well, we finished 8th. I think somebody got a black flag, and we finished 8th now. Okay, the 2 car is flipping.
13, you're a fucking
Oh.
retard and a hack. Oh, shut the fuck up, 12.
Sorry there, 7. I was trying to miss the flipping car. I didn't see you coming. Well, somehow we finished 8th. I don't know what the hell was going on up front. What was...
You guys knew how to hold the line, you wouldn't be taken out every fucking lap. They do nothing but slide jobs and slam into each other.
Yeah. Oh, there goes the 8. Ah, the 8. That's hilarious.
Yeah,
that's
well, I got
fucking
hooked
karma
about
on the 8.
times.
That's...
So
Did the 8 just do it to himself?
Get hooked there, bud. Yeah, I was more or less talking about the 13 before.
That's fucking hilarious. He went all the way up, hard as hell into that corner, smacked the wall himself.
Watch that
How many
replay,
X's did he
13
get?
and
He only got
13.
4X out of that whole race? How? That's fucking funny, though. I am so happy with that. That was hilarious. And then what happened with the 2 in them? Oh, wait, no, it wasn't the 2. Who the hell flipped? The 12?
Ryan only hooked me about 6 times.
Because I saw the 2 flipping. Oh, he tried to follow the 13. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, I didn't see the 7 coming there. That's funny. What happened between them? There was so much that happened in this race. Like, okay. This is where the 7 got spun. What happened here? Towards the end. That was fucking funny with the 12. He tried to get into the 13 after the race, and 13 just skirted off, and the 12 tried to follow him and flipped himself. Yeah, the 4 was kind of there. I don't really know. Like, the 7 didn't have room to just cut down all of a sudden. And I don't think the 4 expected that, so that kind of happened. And then he's going to be super slow off this corner, obviously. And they were freaking, like, all bundled up, and that just happened. Like, yeah, they just all came off the corner and started bumping. I don't know if the 12 knew he was 3 wide, to be fair. The spotter doesn't really tell you until, like, last second. But he kept it off of people, which is good for him. Alright, I want to go back to the beginning with this 8 car, though, because, God, he's a fucking bowling ball, man. Like, just to start this race, I think it was lap, like, 2 or 3. He throws it in hard as hell every time and doesn't know how to stay off of anyone. Because there is a big wreck up here, and I'm surprised I missed it. I just don't know how there wasn't a caution for it. Which they got kind of screwed out of that for sure, but it's just kind of funny to the 8. I'm waiting for it. It's got to be one of these laps coming up. I don't know where it is, though. He got into the 9 a couple times in, if he did get into the 9 again. Yeah, 16 got by him clean. Oh. Oh, the 8 didn't cause this one. Okay. I thought the 8 caused that one, too. I just remember seeing him there. What the hell happened here? The 9's right on the 15. 15 gets in a little too hard, gets into the back of the 5, and it just takes him around. Which, that really sucks. But yeah, this is the car I was worried about, like, the 10 car. The 10 car was completely backwards on the track. So was the 8, actually. Both of them were just completely backwards on the track from the wreck. Because he really just kind of didn't have anywhere to go. I'm surprised I missed that. Like, I just completely checked up when I saw it coming. Because I was trying to get by people on the bottom back here, and it just doesn't work on the bottom when this track gets worn out. I saw the huge wreck happening, and I'm like, oh, there's going to be a caution, and then I didn't realize everyone's going to be completely stopped, so I just slammed on the brakes Surprisingly, it didn't get into anybody. I thought I was going to. I just thought there was going to be a caution as well. So that was just a mess. And then where was the 8 car for when he got into the rest of the people? Because he just ridiculous. Because where was it? Oh, that was where the 7 got wrecked. Okay, no, it was before that. I know that for sure. Where was it? I'm trying to find it. Okay, I'm just confused as hell. We'll just have to like fast forward to see. I was trying to find like which lap it was. I'm not sure at all. Because I know he got into the 16 and the 9. Or no, it was the 15 and the 9. Yeah, okay, it was right here. Because he's just trying to make a gap where there's no gap. And it just turns me into the 15. Gets us all slowed down. He starts just throwing sliders. I saw he was going to get into the 15 here, but I didn't know he was going to get into the 9 as well. And it just screwed the 9 altogether. And I went right on by that barely again. I could miss the wrecks. I could definitely miss them. It's just the fact that I was just stuck back there in the middle of all of it. I saw it coming, so I let off to try to get a good angle off. And barely missed the 9. I'm happy I did that, but... God, we worked our way all the way back up to 8th from 16th. That was just an awful race to the get-go. Probably should have started 8th in the feature, to be fair, until everything happened. And, oh, I want to go back to that heat race, actually. Because that heat race was ridiculous as well. We're, like, all nose to tail up here. The 8 was trying to make the bottom work. You just can't really pass there very easily. Because I'm trying to stay off the 12 as much as I can, at least. Because we're all nose to tail, except, like, 1st and 2nd. And then the 8 car just keeps sliding on up. Gets me sideways there, so that makes me lose time to the 12. And then I'm just trying to hold that middle lane, keep off of him, and he just keeps on coming up, pushing me up out of the way. And then I think this corner, he just, like, gets us with our front left up in the air, which really sucked. Like, he actually had a pretty good run there, and my front left came up, which really sucked. It slowed him down, and then I just figure, hey, I'll just do the same damn thing to you. And then it never works out for me. Whenever I try to bump someone, it takes me all the way up the track, too. So that sucks, but that's why we started all the way in the back in our feature race, pretty much. Because look how far this 8's throwing it in. The 16 just throwing it into us. The 8, look how fucking far he comes from. Like... He just like, I'm throwing it in here and I'm going to hit everyone. Like, you're going all the way up on the curb and everything. Like, what the hell, dude? That's ridiculous. I was already getting hit by the 16 for one. And then I think he's trying to somewhat stay off of me, but that just doesn't work because it just keeps pushing him up into me. And then my car was screwed from there, which really sucked, but oh well. Started 16th, finished 8th somehow in our feature, so I'll take it. So let's go see what kind of iRacing we end up losing out of this, finishing 8th and being car number 3. But I'm figuring it's a pretty good strength of field, so maybe we won't lose that much. Alright, results are in. Strength of field is 2248, not too bad. I thought it was going to be a little bit higher. I was thinking maybe like 2500, but 6 cars up there again, 2, 1, yeah, they're all real fast, which I assumed from the beginning because I've raced all of them a lot. The 13 was fast in qualifying. He stayed up there. He actually had the fastest lap of the race. Nice for him. And he was the only one in the 4s, it looks like. What was my fastest lap, actually? A 6. Yeah, I was not super quick, but I was also stuck in the back with idiots, so makes a lot of sense. I'm just happy that we gained all the way up to A, so we didn't lose as much iRating, and we only lost 29, but we're getting back down to 3,500, which is bad territory. Like, I was all the way up over 4K, I think, like, I don't know, 9, 10 months ago, and it's just gone downhill slowly. We've had some good races, we had some bad races, well, it's easier to lose iRating than gain it, so that's the hard part. If you have the same amount of good as bad races, you're going to lose iRating, just because losing iRating is so much easier than gaining it, especially when you're usually a higher car number. So, oh well, had a decent race. It was fun for the most part, besides the 8 car. The 8 car is just an idiot the whole time, so don't be him. If you're in a race, just don't be that person that just goes in, throws it in like that, and tries to make it work, because it just doesn't. As you can see, I'm happy he wrecked himself there at the end into the wall. That's the funniest part to me. I'm very happy that happened. It's just so funny. And that's just karma. Karma's a bitch, and it will come and bite you at any point. But good race up front. Wish I was up there with them, because I like racing with them a lot. I usually do. But I'm happy we gained half the field by the end of the race. It may have been due to a lot of wrecks, but that's what happens in these races when you get stuck in the back and you're quicker. But it's hard to pass in these cars just altogether. So appreciate you guys for watching as always. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the race nonetheless. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to see some more racing, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.